still a workout, but we're going to focus on three major kind of skill and drill issues with rowing or issues with the drive during the rowing stroke. So three major issues during the actual drive phase of the stroke. So we're going to focus on that. How to not lift at the catch. Okay, this is a very common issue, especially with new athletes or new rowers, or even if you're a seasoned rower, you start lifting at the catch. How to also not tug at the finish. So I know this is a problem I have. If I'm rowing in the water, I see it more, is trying to get more at the finish, which you don't want to do. And then also keeping the knees down flat, so extended, and not letting those knees bounce. So those are the three major issues we'll talk about today. Any one of these issues, you guys, takes years and years, lots and lots of strokes, lots of practice to absolutely master it, or to even get close at getting to that top level. And that's at full power, full pressure. So, you know, you can write these down and have them in your book or whatever you want to work on, but these things you're gonna have to keep working on throughout, as long as you're rowing. You know, it's one of those. It's like I said. I mean, I use the analogy of golf, tennis, swimming is a big one. Okay, with the technique and how you get better by putting everything together, the body parts, as you're working in sequence. Okay, it takes time. So on that note, we'll get started. In class, you guys, we row about 10,000 meters on average per class. So on that note, let's get started. Let's go feet in, let's tie in. And welcome if it's your first time. Thank you guys for keeping the support and the love for this program going. So let's go front end and work warming up, pushing away, staying long. So today's a little more technique, but still getting your workout, explaining three major technical issues with rowing. Today we're working on that lift at the catch, that tug or pull or grab at the finish, and keeping those knees down, not bouncing the knees throughout the drive or at the finish. So breathe and push. And let's break it down again after that first 2 minutes. Just arms only here. So you're going to have some good days and bad days with training, with your workouts, and it's pushing through those bad days that makes a difference. And I'll tell you a quote, I probably should have included this in my motivational Monday. Let's go body over. So arms and body over. Keep the knees down. So the quotes from my father, John Nunn, Olympic coach, and he says, listen, anyone can work out on a good day. It's working out through those bad days, or pushing through those bad days, just in general, that will make a difference. It's a very powerful quote. Obviously it's a true meaning. There's lots of different ways to say it. But next time you're having that bad day, just try to turn on a positive note. Let's go quarter slide. That's why I like to exercise, because your mind tends to not think about the outside world, and it tends to just focus in on what you're doing. Because you're working hard, your heart rate's up, endorphins start going. It's like a form of meditation. Exercise is like a form of meditation. So let's go half slide, half. Slide handle at half slide. Go into your toes and breathe. Push 3/4. So hands just past the toes. At 3/4, kicking away. Drive the legs. Stretching out as we go. Full slide. Lengthen out. Try and get long, length, stretch as you go. Arms only again, break it down. Breathe in and out. So we had a few comments yesterday. Sometimes you guys, I say a lot of things. I'm not sure what I say. I just, whatever comes to mind, I know what I say, but it's not planned. I don't have anything up here. I did actually. When I first started a few weeks ago, I had a whole list of things to say, because I was on camera and I wasn't sure how to organize my thoughts. But then I was like, I'm just going to teach how I do in real life, like when I teach a class. I'm just going to be me. Okay? So whatever comes to mind, whatever I think is important at that time, I'll discuss. So I had a few comments yesterday on some of our athletes who are watching, and one of the guys said, "Thank you so much. I've been rowing this whole time by kicking my heels through during the drive and not through my balls of my feet and then through the entire foot." And so I was very happy that I got that message from him, and also was able to change his style for the better. He said he was going 3 to 4 seconds faster per 500 per stroke by pushing off the balls of your feet through the entire foot. Let's go quarter slide. Again, for power lifters, for power cleans and squats, it's similar. It's not exactly the same. It's very similar, but there's a little few different tweaks in there. A deadlift is very similar. Steve Gladstone used to use that analogy all the time. Every time he talked to me about a stroke. Jack, it's like a deadlift. Like a power clean. Except you got to push off the balls of your foot through the entire foot. Let's go half slide. Breathe. Three quarters. Push in, stay long, handle past the toes. Full slide. And let's go that left arm, middle finger to that middle hoop. Hang out, relax the shoulder. Remember with the other hand, feel what's going on. Feel the shoulder, touch it. Touch your elbow, make sure it's straight. And let me explain this really quick. As you come up, place your right hand on top of your elbow, on your left elbow. During the drive, make sure the elbow is straight. As the knees come down flat, then take your hand off the elbow and pull it through. That's what I mean by feeling or touching the elbow to make sure it's straight. You see that? So that way you're forcing it to be straight. Okay, instead of just going, yeah, I got it. No, you don't. You don't. Do not assume whatever you're doing, even if you look in the mirror and you're like, yeah, I'm doing it. Feel it. There's a whole point to this workout. Feel what's going on. Feel it, look at it, right? So use your senses. Okay? Don't assume anything. Always make sure you're trying to do the workout right. You're taking the time. Otherwise, what's the point? If you're going to do something I'm teaching you, and you're like, yeah. If I told my coaches, any of them, yeah, I got it. You don't know. You don't want to know what will be spoken back to me. I'd be off the team, cut immediately. So try and do these things I'm telling you, and don't assume you're doing them. And switch arms, let's go right arm. Hang out. Lean to your left, stretch out, breathe. Again, take that right hand, feel your shoulder, feel your elbow. Stay long. And then use your left hand to push down the left leg so you feel your legs working as well. Push them down. You guys, even the analogy for cycling, when you watch Tour de France, sometimes they take their hands off their handlebars and they push their legs. I know you've seen that. And just to feel what's going on, to relax from being down on the handlebars, but also to push the legs, like to get those legs going. Same thing in rowing, push them down. Physically, take your hand and push them down. And let's go front end, stay forward. Breathe. Arms straight. At the catch. Keep floating up with the seat. The seat doesn't stop. Notice how the seat just keeps moving and the hands keep moving. Good, let's open up. Keep those arms straight. Take a look at what you're doing. Look at me, look at you, look in the mirror if you have one. You guys, the mirror is your best coach. Not me, the mirror. So definitely go buy one. The best money ever spent on rowing. Good, open up. Add the arms. Coming through. Push, breathe. Good, again, arms only. Go into the pick. Feel free to ask any questions online, message me. I'm always open to any question. It's a good question. And some questions stump me. Like I don't really, if you have a really good question, I'm not 100% sure about, which happens from time to time on rowing, I'll ask my father. And then he will give me the right answer. So I'll consult the Olympic coach. Let's go quarter slide. Half slide here, breathe. Breathe. Push off. 3/4. Nice long warm up. Get more power as you're going through. Always. Feeling better. Full slide. Good. Breathe. Again, that perfect stroke. Showing you that perfect stroke from the finish, at the finish, okay? Right, hands right in the middle right here, not too high, not too low. Straight line is fastest. That's the law. That's what's the fastest point, straight line. Don't come up, look at where my handle's going. My line is broken. Okay, don't come down, come straight through. Okay, hands fast away, hands fast away. Nearly all the time, unless you're doing a drill where it's a pause, or you're doing a slow rate, or you're working on just collecting at the finish, it's fast hands. Away, let the handle pull itself back, come forward, keep the knees down, create that box like we talked about. Okay, you got to fit that box in here, come over, strong core, floating up with the seat, shins vertical at the catch, hands relaxed, shoulders relaxed, lats engaged, chin level, and then you connect, hook with the feet, seat, hands, boom. Lead with the legs, shoulders still in front of the hips, swinging back, and then try to connect through with the force in the legs. You're trying to hold and pry and connect all that power through the finish. Okay, so that's the perfect stroke generally. So legs leading, kick through, and it's all one motion as you go. I know we've talked about this every time. You see it all the time. You see it described so many different times. Are you doing it? Probably not. So it takes a lot of practice, effort, and just a mirror. Keep working at it, okay? So, right, We're always striving to get that perfect stroke. Let's go ahead and stretch, get some water. And then we'll continue on, you guys. Breathe. Gonna go. Gonna start clicking up those high strokes, get some hard work done here, and then we'll go into our 3 technical drills today for the variety workout. So the variety workout's kind of like a technique sort of workout, but we're still gonna work with those with the power with those technical cues, those corrections. Let's go ahead and tie in when you're ready. Make sure you're stretching the hamstrings, your lower back. You guys, your hip flexors, you can just drop that leg, roll forward and stretch. This is a good one for your hip flexors as rowers we get tight here. So just come up, hold that stretch for 20 seconds each time. Making sure you're staying loose, okay? So let's go ahead and tie in. I don't spend a lot of time on stretching in this class, more time work and explaining drills, okay? On your own, you can do those stretches and then get moving. I don't really like coaches who talk a lot. I talk a lot, but I'm moving. So you keep moving and keep working. Let's go, ready, rope. All the coaches I've ever had, except for Craig Emerkanian, he talks a lot, but we're still moving. You're not wasting time during the workout, stopping, explaining things, sort of, but you keep moving. So let's go. 10 on, 10 off. Just for a few sets here. Hard strokes. Put it all together at 30 strokes per minute. They stay long. Full slide. Let's go. Good. Breathe. Just doing a couple of these. At 30 again. Picking it up. Let's go. Easy. One more. Just get the power going a little more. The heart rate going. Kick it through, getting a little more calorie burn. A little more power. Let's go. 10, 30. Stay long. Good. Ease. Breathe. So on this first aspect, the first thing we're going to work on is not lifting at the catch. And we're going to do this. Let's go ahead and set our time for 1 minute. So we're going to focus on this for 1 minute on, 1 minute off. For a couple, then we'll move to the next drill and then the next one. So each one minute on, minute off, okay? And we're just going to use this as time. So mini back, select workout, new workout, intervals, time. You already have the set time at 1. That's why I like doing this all the time, because it's already set for you, at least part of the workout. And then go ahead and scroll down to your rest, and then at +1, and then check. So it's 1 and 1. Now if you don't want to set it up, just go many back, and then just get the time and it'll keep going. But I suggest you set it so you have some sort of clock. We're only using this for a clock, really. Essentially, the drill is on its own. We're gonna focus on that, and that is the drill. Is, you guys, coming up. I won't spend too much time because we want to get started. The drill is not lifting. Okay, don't lift at the catch. So stay forward longer. Okay, and just watch yourself if you have a mirror, or watch your hands. If you start seeing like your belly or your abdomen when you're already like here, that's no good. So take a look down every once in a while and see where your body is, because if it's back here already, that means you're lifting. So let's get going here, and we'll start up, and I'll explain on the minute rest a little bit more. Ready? Row. So focus on staying forward longer, not lifting. And we'll stay at 28. Good. So we have a minute off here, a minute rest. Row hard on these, you guys. So one of the things I like to say, again, analogies, is a samurai sword. You have 2 samurai swords running across your shoulders. If you lift them, if you start shrugging or lifting up, if power starts going up, you're losing power with your legs. You'll also get cut with those samurai swords. You guys, a rowing stroke isn't like this. It's straight through and even. Okay? Pretend like you have crystals, very expensive crystals, and you're balancing them on your shoulders. Don't lift the shoulders. Think smooth, think relaxed, think level. .28 hard strokes here. Level. No lifting. Leg drive. Power. Your shoulders should be sloping. No football pads. No football shoulders. Right? No rolling the shoulders. This is not rowing, you guys. You may think it looks like rowing. No. We don't row like this. We row like this, right? Look where my shoulders are. I'm controlling the height doing this, not doing this. Again, watch any Olympic final, men's or women's, throughout most of the race. Maybe not the finish, because we're all survival rowing at the finish. But look at the majority of the race and see, and feel free to send me video. Point out to one rower who does that. It's going to be hard to see. You might find a few at the finish. You might find that one off. But what are the majority, 95% of rowers doing? Handle, shoulders, through, relax. Don't open up. Don't lift. Hang and hook. Hard rowing here. Good. One more key thing to think about. We'll move on to the next technical variety workout drill. Is to hook the catch. Hook it with your, we talked about this before, hook it like your captain hook. You don't have hands. Forget the hands. You have hooks, like Captain Hook. It's hanging from your wrist. You cannot grab. Don't grab. Hang. Feel your lats, you guys. This right here. This big, powerful muscle. Right through here. Ladies, I get asked all the time, do I get to work this? Oh yeah, every time. All the time. Hook through. Underneath, you guys. Lats, like a pull-up. This way. Pull-up. Hang. What does that feel like? And crank it up. Let's go. Legs and hang. Legs and pry. And feel that hook. Hook and breathe. Hook, lats, all day long, legs and lats. Good. Hopefully you kind of felt that a little more. Legs and lats, okay? Next set we're going to switch on the fly, keep it going to our next drill, our next set. And here is on the other end of the stroke. So on the finish, you're not trying to get more, okay? And this is an issue I have. We're starting to get into my issues now. So yes, I have plenty of issues in my stroke, but I'm constantly trying to work on them and correct them. Everyone has issues. Not many people have the perfect stroke. And go ahead and try. And if you have the perfect stroke, are you hitting sub 6 minutes? I want to see that too. Okay, none of this little inky-dinky erg scores. I want to see big erg scores with good technique. And it's very hard to find. So pushing through, not trying to pull, and let's go hard at the catch through the drive and then relax through the finish. So the first half of the stroke, hard and then through. Good. So I'll explain further what we're doing is we're trying to avoid cranking it at the finish or muscling it. We're trying to get more at the finish because that's not happening, you guys. Unless you're a Czech rower by the name of Václav Chalupe, then you can do that. If you're 6'8", 240, you can just muscle your way through the rowing distance, but don't do that. So how do you avoid that? On these sets, we're going to push really hard through here, and then I want you to relax. Still finish the handle into the body, but I want you to just bring it through. So it's half the stroke, hard, and then finish through. It's hard to control, but fast and then let it go through, okay? Don't try to get any more power back through here. Push hard as if you're going through a full stroke, then easy through here, through the finish. Ready? Let's go. Hard to do. Kick and then relax on your finish. But come through. Hard at the catch, through halfway, the drive, then relax. Easy. It's a tough one. It's going to feel weird because it's against what you're used to doing totally. You take a hard stroke and you want to finish faster, and now I'm telling you to relax. It's hard. And the power is going to be off, but do your best. So again, explain what we're doing now. Try not to tug at the finish. Try not to get more. We're just going to go hard through here, through the mid-stroke, and then you're just going to relax through. But I want you to finish the handle all the way through without much effort. So it's to put it percentage-wise, 90% power here through, and then 20%. It's going to feel weird, but trust me, it'll work. 90%, boom, and then 20. Finish it through, okay? That's what you think is 90%. I still want you thinking about the technique, the drive, the shoulders, and let's go. So 90% and then relax through. Just swing the body. Relax the body and the hands on the second part of the stroke. Good. Breathe. And by the way, it's okay to idolize these big, strong rowers. I'm not trying to, put down Chalupe or Mahe Drysdale, these, Eric Murray, these monster rowers, right? Big, tall guys. Respect them, but also look at Olaf Tufte, my height, 6'3", 210. Look at Thomas Langer, 6'3", 200, barely, 195. Look at the smaller rowers in the heavyweight category still. Also the lightweights, check out their technique because it is better than the bigger athletes. In my opinion, they have to be even more efficient, technical, and straightforward. So that's where I get that respect from them. Obviously, respecting the Hamish Bond. Obviously, Eric Murray, Mahe, Rob Waddell, right? But take a look at the shorter, lighter rowers too. You'll learn a lot. One more time with this drill. Hard, smooth. Good. Here's something for the community too. And I'm not saying this in any bad way. I'm just saying it because it's true. The heavier you are, so let's say you're 260 and you're 6'5" or whatever, and but you're over 250, you're 260. You guys, that momentum, it's the laws of momentum, will help your erg score exponentially, big time, because you're using that weight right through the body, right through. You're getting more. Okay, now if you're in a boat rowing, you're going to sink the boat. That's too heavy. 250, 260, too heavy. The heaviest I've seen is Mahe, 235, 240. Rob Waddell, same thing. That's the heaviest. 260, 250, whatever. It's too much. And you got to justify it with power, but also, if it's too much in the boat, you're going to sink. It's power to weight ratio. Same thing. Kick off the drive, float through the finish. 90%, then 20%. Good. And then we'll go to our next set. Our last technical drill for our variety workout. Legs. Legs not bouncing. Legs staying down. And this is another big one for me. Personally, I've had my knees pop a lot, especially when I get tired. Okay, bounce. Boom, they start bouncing. That's a bounce. Bouncing up, way up. Okay, that's very bad. You want to make sure, take a look, extend them, flex the quad, drive it through. Do not let the knees pop or bounce at all. Okay, so for this next minute, 28, keep the knees down, flex them, extend them, Do not let them bounce. Take a look every once in a while. Push. Now we go straight through. Hard strokes, 28. Flex the quad. All the way down, stay down. Focus. No bounce. Take a look. Feel the legs burn. Good. You feel that? You should feel that. Legs burning. Quads going straight down, staying down. Knees flat. Now, why is that important? Because you're milking all the power out of your legs during the drive. Not wasting anything. Not losing connection. And then last but not least, if you're a rower on the water, you're not bouncing. Bouncing is slow. Bounce, displacement. Water, slow. Bounce, displacement, water, slow. Even, keep the boat running even, right? No bounce, no check, no movement. Very little movement. So you want to keep the knees flat, straight through. Okay, ready? Let's go. We're going to go 26. Drop it to 26. Legs fire down. Let's go. Breathe. Flex. Push. Take a look. Good. Easy. Last one. One more, you guys. So knees going down quick. Knees staying down. Flex. Show off those quads. If your butt is hurting, if your legs are burning, that's a good thing. Welcome to rowing. You're getting more out of your workout. You're getting more out of your body during the stroke. Last one, you guys. Make it good. Let's turn it down to 24. Really focus on leg drive. Flexing the quads. Almost done. Right there. 1 minute, 24. Let's go. Drive, flex. Drive, flex. Good. Breathe. Come on. Great job, you guys. Way to work. Way to go on your variety workout. 3 drills. Not lifting. Breathe. Not tugging at the finish. And keeping the knees down through the finish, through the drive. Not letting the knees bounce. So great work. Good job. We'll see you next time.